Inside the Drag Closet with Jade. Join Jade DeVere and her fabulous team of guests as they discuss all things drag, from wigs to makeup to performances and everything in between.
Join us at WLFE-DV.com for upcoming shows and more.
Well, hello there, kids. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive podcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have a fantastic show planned for you this evening. We have the fantabulous Elizabeth HARDON is joining us here this evening. And my crown is crooked. I am so excited to pick her brain and chat with her. We also have the fabulous Woo Girl of the Week, Miss Claire, one of the founders of the Zenith Players, is joining us. And my beautiful co-host, Miss Anastasia Diamond, back from a bit of a hiatus from the show, but I'm so happy to see her. She always brings a whole bunch of joy to my day. But I have to talk about myself a little bit with a little bit of who, what, and where. Who am I? My name is Jade DeVere. I have been doing drag since the 1500s, obviously. I am the host of Inside the Drag Closet, and I love performing. I'm based out of Central PA. What am I wearing? Well, a lovely, simple Elizabethan outfit. My natural hair color, of course, you can tell by the dark roots. I think this crown is from wish.com, to be very honest. Lovely chain of office, lovely jewelry set from Rocks by Cox. And actually this fantabulous doublet, fantabulous is my word of the day apparently. This fabulous doublet was created by the fantastic Al Weaver. Originally he made it for himself and I commissioned him to make a piece and he had just run out of time. So he gave me his. And of course, nice big billowy sleeves. Everybody likes a big billowy sleeve. And where can you find me? Well, you can find me every Wednesday right here on WLFE-DB Radio on Inside the Drag Closet at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Already have some fantastic Rocks by Cox. Ooh, I like this comment right here from Pink Kryptonite 86 on YouTube, Purple Queen Heart. Purple is just that color that makes me feel right. Now, I relate to it. I don't know why. I only really relate to it in drag. When I'm not in drag, I kind of avoid it. But in drag, I think it's just a little bit of royalty that I enjoy. We have some fantastic people watching already. Jonathan C. Hanley, hello, darling. It is so good to see you watching. I adore you. I'm super excited to have one of your besties on the show. Robin Thompson, I'm so excited. Robin, I am too. And your twin sister, Vicky, evening. So excited to see you. And of course, my charming husband with a Rocks by Cox. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's what tonight's going to be. It's going to be a little crazy. Speaking of a little crazy, I'm not going to sit here and do this all by myself. I need some help. So I'm going to bring out my fabulous co-host for the evening, Ms. Anastasia Diamond.
Ooh, baby. Oh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, darling?
Oh, honey, I'm feeling my blue effervescent fantasy tonight with a little bit of black lipstick, to cause a little hell.
Oh, I love it. Everybody's just feeling a little blue lately.
Girl, you ain't never lied.
Right? Give us a little who, what, where.
Oh, well, who am I? My name is Anastasia Diamond. Where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram at AnastasiaDiamond95. That's how the year that I was born. I may not look like it, but ooh, baby, ooh. And who, what, where? Oh, I missed one. What am I wearing? LOL. Well, my necklace, as always, is from Hox by Cox. My hair is from the fabulous Miss. Oh Lord, you got me shook up, shaking, shook. Oh, let me think of the name. Let me think of the name. Oh, this is embarrassing. I'll come back to that. Oh, yikes. Well, we'll be right back to that. The earrings are from Looks, as well as a ring. And then the dress that I have on is from Donna Terrell. It's the same wig that I wore. Like it's the same person. Oh, what is her name? Oh
Samber Sky.
no. Yes, Zamber Sky. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. I'm so sorry, Zamber. I gotta come buy some new wigs. It's been a few months, but I'm trying to get my credit right. I'm trying to buy a new house. I didn't get a job, so it didn't work out. So I gotta start over again. Look,
Same.
girl. Look. But yes,
Well,
other than that, I'm here to have some fun.
awesome. It is blowing up in here. Pink and purple heart royal fantasy. Hell yes.
Ooh. Ooh.
Where is it? Robin Thompson, Anastasia, you're looking fabulous.
It's been a minute or two. I wasn't sure if I still had it or not.
Girl, you do.
But I think I do.
Patty, OMG, Anastasia looks fantastic. Love you, girl. We miss you.
Good to see you, Teddy.
From Dolores. Both of you are looking flawless tonight.
Flawless. Even with this lace sticking out? Girl, thank you.
Horrible. From Daniel Jackson, Donna Terrell does great gowns. I have to look her up.
Donna Terrell. Oh, well, she normally does for plus size girls. So you might have to gain a few pounds here and there. Or pad very well.
If we go back into quarantine again.
But yeah, I love. She just posted a Santa, Mrs. Claus outfit today, and I was like, ooh, should I get it? Should I get it? But I decided not to. Like I said, I'm trying to get my credit right.
Fair. That is fair.
I think I said at the very beginning of our show, whenever we first started this, that I was trying to get my credit right. It's still not right.
It's a struggle because, especially right now, like drag, everything has to be bought online. Like was it last week I wore that or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. When I had the blue hair, that lovely dress, I was so excited about that dress. Let me tell you, it doesn't fit for a damn.
Are you for real?
Yeah. I ordered a 2X, which usually fits me like a glove. I can't wear pads. I can't wear boobs. I can't wear anything with it.
What?
So now I have to give it to one of the skinny bitches.
Oh no. Just post it on one of those drag queen groups for like $500 like the rest of the queens do.
Shady. I mean, you're not wrong. We got an interesting question. You ready for this question?
Yeah, let's go. What's happening?
From Phyllis, do queens wear a dress more than once?
Okay, so yes. Unless you're in a pageant, then normally you want to be wearing a new dress every pageant that you go to, especially if they're in the same area with the same judges. Because if I'm on the judging panel for Miss Stallions, and I see you down on the judging panel for Region of Equality Fest, why did you just send me your talent from 2 years ago?
Ooh, accurate. I've seen one thing that always boggles my mind with pageantry is when a queen wins in a gown and then she gives it to her friend thinking that queen's now going to win in that same gown. And I'm like, no.
It's been done. We've seen it.
Yeah. And there's a... Go ahead.
Well, I don't know about for you, but whenever after I wear a costume or a dress or a gown for the first time, I'm like, well, that was cute. That was cute. I did my thing out there. And it kind of devalues the gown.
Yeah. Like I've I've competed in a couple pageants, and you know the I'm gonna say this as nicely as I can. The pageant I did not win. I was very furious about that. And I loved the gown I had, but I got red for the shoes not matching the gown. And then I wore that same combo at a show, and someone was like, "Those are the shoes you should have worn." I'm like, "These are the shoes I did wear. I bought these shoes because they matched the gown, but the lighting made them not match."
Yeah. Yeah, girl. It's wow, and it's so crazy that you lost an entire pageant over your shoes, girl.
No, there were other things, but we're not going to go there. Anyway, we're going to keep it classy. My lovely husband just posted that damn flame gown. There was this gown going around central Pennsylvania for like 8 years, and everybody wore it. And I'm like, burn it.
God.
It looks like someone already did. It was so old.
Girl, well, you know what? Damn, I just got a flame gown myself. Maybe I shouldn't wear it. I'm a little scared now.
No. Girl, send me a picture first. If it's got a ton of fringe on it, get rid of it.
Oh, no, thank God. No.
Wait a minute. Girl, if I had $1 for every time a queen borrowed my beaded gown, well, I did get several dollars, but the gown was made for me, not everyone. That was from Inside the Drag Closet. Who the hell was that? Oh, that's amethyst.
It was Teddy.
I loved it though. But are you ready to meet our woo girl tonight?
Oh my gosh, yes. She looks so cute from the pictures.
Oh my God, you are going to adore her. Alrighty, kids, I'm bringing out, she is one of the founders of the Zenith Players, who have been doing online shows. And if you are not following them, you need to start following them. But she is beautiful and fabulous. I want to welcome the beautiful Miss Claire.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, darling. Give us a little who, what, where about you.
I'm Claire. I am the artistic director of Zenith Players. I will occasionally perform in some of our currently online readings now. So we've been doing everything from classical theater to brand new pieces that have never been produced before to things to Greek theater, to Shakespeare. We've been all over the place. And yeah, all of our information, we are currently totally online, totally socially distanced right now, is at zenithplayers.com or our Facebook page, Zenith Players.
Fantastic. So Claire, is there something you have always wanted to ask a drag queen?
Yes. So from absolute start to camera ready, how long does it take to get like in character, ready to perform everything?
Anastasia, do you want to go first?
Wow, a read in and of itself. Well, normally, okay. So for me, like today, we had to get ready. This is my first 8:30 show, so I had to like rush home after work, and I got home like about 5:45. I like wolfed something down really quickly because my family made chili, and I don't know about y'all, but I get acid reflux when I eat tomato-based stuff. So I started getting ready at like 6:20. And then as you guys saw, I jumped on this call at around 8 o'clock and was still getting ready. And I was fully ready, camera ready, sans, lace, at about 2 hours. So it takes me about 2 hours, an hour and a half to beat the face, about 30 minutes to fully get ready. And yeah.
Very
Same.
cool.
Actually, it's funny doing shows like this. I've slowed down and I'm like, ooh, I go back to an in-person gig. I'm going to be useless. It's going to take me forever to get ready.
Yeah.
The cool thing is like, I'm literally like I sometimes like painting at the gig because you get to like chat with your girlfriends.
Mhm.
And right now, you know, it's usually me just sitting here, literally right here. The best part about drag right now is the fact that from the waist down, big old hairy legs, I'm wearing gym shorts.
Yep.
I'm wearing a full gown, so.
And also
no
hairy
heels.
legs.
First of all, you should ask Derek how hairy my legs are because he's the last one who saw them.
I'm not even going to argue that. Oh. Anastasia, you keep talking about, you know, your lace and my husband. Anastasia, just be like Willem Belli and cover your lace in rhinestones so it looks like a jeweled headband.
You're never lying. You're not lying.
Right.
Okay. No,
she did a video and literally she trimmed her lace so that it was literally just jewels on the side.
That is amazing.
Willem is something else. You know, she is something else. I'm not sure if I like her eyes anymore. Her eyes are always so, I don't know, like chunky. Like I feel like they're, I don't know how to put it. Like it looks halfway done, in my opinion.
She just did a video where she painted with Trixie Mattel, and there were steps where literally it looked like she was just going, here's a line here, here's a line here, here's a line here, and I'm going to paint over it. And I was like, what are you doing? And halfway through it, she looked like the Ultimate Warrior from WWE.
Oh my God.
And she glittered it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, there it is.
And that's what it is. She like does the bare minimum and then just puts a lot of glitter over it. And I'm like, girl, I mean.
Well, and I think that's the magic of drag, you know, like when we're painting, we're just kind of like, okay, my eyebrows are gone. I look like a ghost at this point. And then it's not until I put on my lip and lashes, I'm like, oh, there she
exactly.
is.
Yep, exactly. Like, how about for you, Claire? Is that how it is for you when you do your makeup?
I mean, not quite. Well, let's face it. Lately in the quarantine times, it's been like a little concealer here, some eyeshadow, and then some mascara. But you know, from doing so much theater, I miss getting ready with everybody else. I really miss that dressing room experience with like being able to communicate while I'm doing, like while I'm putting my lip liner on, then I draw a line halfway across my face because I wasn't paying attention. Like
same.
So yeah, it's funny. I miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why, like, that's one thing with this show that the audience doesn't get to see. I usually start the stream at 9:00 just for all of us to get together, hang out, get our crowns on the right way. That's going to drive me crazy the whole show. And just hang out because, like, that they always say 90% of a drag show is in the dressing room, and it's not what the audience sees.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like with whenever I did my umbrella number and nobody saw that, you know, everything got twisted up and turned around and all. I'm never doing the number again. It was cute. But never again.
So for those who don't know, she performs umbrella. She brings an umbrella, but inside the umbrella are a bunch of Ken dolls on fishing wire. Or no, it's Raining Men. But they all got tangled. And I was hateful backstage. I was like, girl, are you ready? We've skipped you once. Get your shit together and get on the stage. I am not a fun person when
First of all,
show to go.
I was supposed to, okay, listen. I was supposed to open the show. I went on second. Girl, I was like, goddamn!
I'm just giving you shit.
It's also anytime you try to fix something backstage, It's partially the lighting because it's low, and then it's partially the nerves, and you're like, I can't fix anything right now. I'm supposed to be out there in 20 seconds.
Literally.
Every show is noises off at that point.
I'm like, is this the long mix or is this the short one? I'm like, hurry.
Well, kids, are you ready to meet our fabulous guest for the evening?
Ooh.
I am so excited to get to chat with her. I've never, our paths have crossed for years, and I'm so excited we finally get to work on something together. So, kids, I would like to welcome to Inside the Drag Closet the fabulous Miss Elizabeth HARDON.
Oh, hi, everyone. You're so sweet. You said you had a fabulous guest star, and then you wheeled me out here. You're lying to these people.
That's what
Terrible.
I do. Drag.
It's great. I love that. You lie on the poster, you get them to pay the cover, and then you reveal the truth.
Exactly. Always give them the truth once you have their money.
Mm-hmm.
And that my short-lived years as a prostitute.
Oh, Lord.
So, Elizabeth, give us a little bit of a who, what, and where about you.
Oh, all right. Let's see. I was listening to everybody, so I think I've got this. Hi, everyone. I'm Elizabeth HARDON. That is the who. Let's see. We all talked about where our drag came from. So let me see if I can do this, if I remember all my brands. The dress is from Amazon. The jewelry is from Amazon. The gloves are from Amazon. It's not a bird. It's like a fascinator. That's from Amazon. The earrings are from Amazon. The wig is from Bobby Pins. Because I saved so much money on everything else coming from Amazon that I thought, why the hell not splurge? So really, this whole look, it cost me $86.97, and $80 was just the hair. Everything else was just
Yes, girl. Do you have stock in Amazon or not? Like,
no, just a credit card. Just a credit card. With like a very tired limit. What's that, darling?
Can you talk to them, please? Because my limit is only $500 on my credit card, Amazon credit card. If you can talk to them for me, be a recommendation.
I'll do what I can, but you're not going to get. I can maybe get it doubled. That's as high as mine is. It's not that. And ever since quarantine started, it hasn't been paying for drag. It's been paying for like music and TV subscriptions. So it's not doing what the Lord intended.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Of course.
So Pinky Kryptonite 86 has a fabulous comment. I love this. You're like a Parisian Queen Beetlejuice.
Ooh, I'll take that's going like right at the top of the website. Where hopefully it should say EMC points, but it doesn't, so it's just going to say Parisian Queen Beetlejuice.
Yes.
I love this. So, Claire, do you have any questions for Elizabeth?
Yes. Do you
go, yeah.
feel like there's been either like a specific movie or play or something like that that has really encaptured what is meaningful and entertaining behind drag that's not like a reality type situation?
Oh, wow. Wow. I feel like that answer, like depending on who you ask, is going to get a different answer, because I think it's going to hit to where everyone is kind of inspired by their drag and like where they pull from. For me, and this is I'm going to get an eye roll from somebody here on the panel. I can feel it. I'm going to say it's Death Becomes Her. And I know, like, okay, all right, everyone watched it, but for me, it's that like beautiful mix of camp and beauty, and a little bit of that dark comedy to it. Cause I think that's one of the beautiful things about drag queens, and sitting here in the backstage, listening to Jade and Anastasia talk, is that they have that lovely, like biting, quippy wit to them, but like there's that sincereness to it, but there's also that like that veil of, I don't know. Yeah, dark comedy. So I think that for me, that's my answer.
Awesome.
Ooh, I love that answer. How about you, Anastasia?
Yeah.
Well, how about you, Jade?
Oh, damn it. I always answer last because it gives me time to think. My drag is very, what inspires my drag? I'm always finding different things to pick and choose from. Like
Mhm.
tonight I went a little Elizabethan because, we all have a common background, we'll say. But actually, for me, it's more performers that inspire me. And like my number
very
one
fair.
go-to, Madeline Kahn.
Oh,
She's so beautiful. She was so regal. And she was a sociopath. Her sense of humor was just amazing. And she wasn't afraid to be the butt of the joke. And I can relate to that.
no one came to her defense when she said that. I was just like,
No.
we all went, yeah, I'm sure.
Accurate.
And
We
the
said-
next,
we said- Let me ask the audience.
Oh no.
No one typing in had my defense either. So have a sweet day. I'm out.
No.
God damn it, son of a bitch.
No. Well, girl, excuse me. Like, I don't really think I have very many inspirations outside of drag itself, which with what started me to do drag. It wasn't until I found out about drag queens in my freshman year of college that I even knew that this was an option. And when I found out about it, I was like, oh, honey, I'm gay, but I'm not that gay, And now here I sit on a podcast with thousands of dollars of drag surrounding me. So, But beyond that, really just it's very powerful Black strong women who continue to push me. Trans women who have paved the way for us being able to be here right now. With learning my history, it's gone beyond just the glitz and the glam and the glamour. Puss. But yeah, it's everything. I mean, everything about queer culture in and of itself pushes me.
Awesome.
That's
I
true.
love that.
Who inspires you, Claire?
In terms of performers, really, I'm just looking at who is changing the game right now. And I kind of really lately have had my director hat on. And I'm just looking at kind of who is making waves, like in the theater industry or film. And I'm going to horribly mispronounce the name, but Taika Waititi at the moment, just in terms of like changing everyone's perception of how this specific character needs to be played and just kind of like adapting storylines to that. And then as a performer, I tend to look at like the strong women that have really been taking charge of the stage. So like Audra McDonald, like totally top of my list, and Janet McTeer, I saw her in a brilliant production, and just like these really powerhouse people that really feel the need to just kind of break barriers.
Yes. Break that glass ceiling.
Yes.
Yes. I love everything about that. One thing I had kind of touched on that I wanted to talk about tonight, and we already kind of did, but one of the most popular questions I used to get on my YouTube series, Just Ask Jade, was, what inspires you? And, that was kind of a better way to word that. Like, what, I think, if people out there are looking for, movies that really encapsulate what drag is really like, the Netflix series, AJ and the Queen.
Oh, yeah. So good. Such a shame it's only going to be one season.
And it ended on a cliffhanger.
I know. Claire, I just want to say, I really appreciate you in speaking to things sort of being ever changing and finding inspiration gradually as you progress through and letting other things affect you. Because I think a lot of times, I don't know if Jade and Anastasia, you've ever felt this, as when I first started doing drag, and it might have been a lot of self-imposed, I felt like when I first started, whatever that first sort of version of myself that manifested kind of had to be it, because that's what product I threw out there. Very much forgetting that as, you know, when I'm not in drag, that person has forever been changing and evolving. So my drag persona can as well. And so can Elizabeth. And there was like a short time where like, you know, when I was a baby queen, I think that there's like a choose your own adventure, and I chose like 50s inspired housewife, like so many other unfortunate souls before me. And if I had to stay there the whole time, no one would like me. So, you know, I just appreciate the touching on letting everything constantly motivate you.
That's perfect.
Definitely.
My husband has a fabulous comment. You better work, you bearded beauty. Hashtag bearded queen for life.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love a
talking
bearded
about
queen.
your beard. Ooh.
Go ahead.
Talking about your beard, I don't know if you all have had the opportunity to, but go check out Miss Elizabeth Hardon's page. Because at least for me and my friends, we were all like, oh my God, who this is? Oh, hi, Daddy. Okay, Mommy. Okay. Go check her out. You're going to see a lot more in 4K.
Those pictures, I don't have the makeup on though, because it would be too crunchy to look at. So that's just boy face.
Although I do have to say the promo picture you sent me, I loved, because we've had the incredible Miss Aurora Borealis on the show, and she does bearded drag as well. And you went like low cut and had the whole chest beard as well. I was like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. I tried to hide it when I first started, because I was like, and then like after like 3 gigs of that, you're like, no, either it's gonna be seen or we'll just do a high neck. That's fine. That's okay.
True. Well, kids, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, Anastasia is going to be educating everyone a little more about LGBTQIA plus culture. And then we are going to be answering some more questions from the audience. So stay tuned, and we'll be back momentarily.
WLFE DB Radio.
Hello, hello, everyone. Anastasia Diamond here. And if you're not aware, this week is actually Trans Awareness Week. And on this Friday, we are going to be recognizing Trans Day of Remembrance. And in honor of that, and the many souls we've lost in this year, I wanted to take some time to read the names that we've lost for those individuals who are from the United States. We've lost approximately 36 individuals who were taken from this world far, far too soon here in the United States. And across the globe, we've lost approximately 440 individuals who have lost their lives to violence, suicide, misconduct by medical professionals, etc., etc. The 36 individuals who have lost their lives far, far too soon here in the United States. Dustin, 25. Nulissa Luciano Ruiz. Yampi Mendez Arocha, 19. Scotland DeVore, 51. Monica Diamond, 34. Lexi, 33. Johanna Metzger. Serena Angelique Velasquez Ramos, 32. Layla Peleas Sanchez, 21. Penelope Diaz Ramirez. Nina Pop. Haley J. O'Regan, 20. Tony McDade. Dominique Rene Fells. Milton, 25. Jane Thompson, 33. Selena Reyes Hernandez, 37. Brian Egypt Powers, 43. Brayla Stone, 17. Mercy Mack, 22. Shaky Peters, 32. Bree Black, 27. Summer Taylor. Marilyn Cazares. Dior Ova. Quaisha DeHardy, 22. Raquel Roan Spears, also known as Rocky Roan. Leah Rayshawn Deck, 28. Key Sam. Ariane Burnett. Mia Green, 29. Michelin Ramos Vargas, mid-30s. Felicia Harris, 33. Brooklyn Deshauna, 20. Sarah Blackwood. Angel Unique, 25. I'd like to take a moment of silence here for about 30 seconds. Thank you all for doing that with me.
Girl, it devastates me to hear such a long list and to think I I was older than almost everybody on that list. Yeah, sometimes there just aren't any words. And, you know, people being different is what makes this world go round. And to hate someone because they're different than you might be the most heinous thing I've ever heard of. Embrace the differences in each other and try to understand. Even though you will never fully understand, the attempt is what makes us human.
The worst part about in that list of names and going over the list of the names of the individuals across the globe is the fact that there are so many individuals where their ages weren't listed because they couldn't identify them. And no one ever claimed them. And there are so many individuals across the globe where they had no name. They had no name, and oftentimes they misgendered them, used their dead names in the articles. And, you know, I'm going through, you know, just the list right now, the 441 people who we've lost thus far from October of 2019. And, you know, a lot of times they post their Facebooks with it. And, you know, just seeing the amount of love that, you know, we're surrounding these people, even in these countries like Brazil, where we know that it's illegal, you know, it's a death sentence, basically. There is still so much love surrounding them. It's just really disgusting that even, you know, here in the United States, we see people carrying signs saying, ban homo marriage, and we're coming for the Blacks and the Latinos first.
That's not American. Like, we try to avoid politics on the show, but we fail. And oh well, I love failing. I've made a career out of it. You know, that's not the American way. If you hate someone because they're different than you, you're doing something wrong. Simple as that.
We are literally a mixing bowl, you know, and we always used to say a melting pot, but no, whenever we say melting pot, that means that people are losing some pieces of their culture and ingraining them into everything, and everything's in, you know, whatever's the main spice is ingraining in everything else. We're a mixing pot because we can see all the beautiful pieces of cheese, we can see the beautiful pieces of ham, turkey, lettuce. You know, if you have a spring mix in there, some carrots, radishes. I'm getting a little hungry, but all in the same. We, you know, diversity is that, you know, having a diverse community is to have a beautiful community.
That was the most fat kid euphemism I've ever heard in my life. Now I want a salad, goddammit.
Yes, exactly. With fried chicken if possible. You know, we can't get too healthy.
Oh, look. Absolutely. Ooh, I like putting imitation crab on a salad, but, you know.
Ooh, imitation crab. Ooh. See, look, you're getting this is a little too much. We have to cut the show early. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Hateful. Well, girl, you want to answer some questions with our fabulous guest tonight?
Yes, please, and thank you.
All righty, let us bring back the fabulous Miss Elizabeth Hardon and the beautiful Ms. Claire.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Hungry to be here.
Same. I had tears in my eyes from laughing earlier, and now I have tears in my eyes for another reason. So let's get to some questions. Where'd they go? There were some fabulous ones here. From the fabulous Shane Fetro, the gorgeous Miss Jamie Lynn Valentine. Ms. Hardon, what brand of wine are you drinking?
We are drinking a modest $12 bottle of Apothic Red Cab Sav because the label is pretty.
It's a requirement.
That is the best way to choose a wonderful vintage.
Wait, can I tell a story really quickly about bottles and all that kind of stuff? So do you guys know that? Oh, look.
I'm always afraid.
And it got stuck up my ass. No, because
You too? Girl.
But do you guys know those blue Italy bottles? Like the blue bottles that say Italy across them? Well, I've never looked at them closely. And the one day I was walking and I was in Giant and I saw them and I was like, oh my gosh. I've always thought that those bottles were like a piece of white cake with icing with like red little in them. And I looked and I was like, oh, let me see what this bottle is. It's like cake wine, isn't it? It's literally Italy. It's a picture of Italy. And I was like, I thought it was cake the entire time.
We have that beautiful moment and now we're here.
Life is all about balance. Life is all about balance.
And wine.
Yes. Well, I picked up that bottle of wine. It didn't taste like cake, but it was delicious.
Fabulous. Elizabeth, we have another question for you. You kind of touched upon it a little bit from Daniel Jackson. Elizabeth, what was the deciding factor in being a bearded queen?
I worked at a Renaissance fair. My first year at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, I grew out a beard, and when I left, they told me that I was going to be coming back for the next summer, and I thought, well, I'll just keep it. And then in the interim, I was like, ooh, I really want to do drag. I'm just, all right, we're going to be a bearded queen. So I just kept it. And then it just became like just a thing. I was the bearded queen at at Icon in Astoria, where I was doing my Wednesday nights with Gilda Wabbit and Aria Derci, and it was an aesthetic thing, and it just stuck, and I loved it. I actually really don't like how I look without it when I do drag again.
Oh, you mean this?
Put that away. She's so. First of all, there's two reasons that photograph revealed two things. One, you two were sitting up here going, "You never wear the same costume twice." I am wearing the exact same thing that's in that photo. Pull it up again. It's the exact same thing. Pull it up. Roll the tape. Roll it. So I was like, oh, I've been attacked. I should leave the show before it starts. But no, I forget like how to do the rest of my face when I don't have the beard.
Wow.
You just get so used to like painting like what you got that when you're given like 25% more like painting space, you're like, ooh. Where does that highlight go again? As we can see, what I thought there was I moved it too far down, and I had the manliest jaw in the room. There were grown men sitting in that audience who looked more feminine than I did. So
I found another picture of you, and I live for this.
That's Icon. That was like a really like early days. As you can see, Airbrush and I, the app on my phone, were very close because I have no nose. And it's very Miranda Priestley post a couple of testosterone shots and a bender. So
that's my drag.
And you know what? Same outfit.
No, just black and white. Very close. Very close.
I would have died. I would. Let's talk about this look.
She's at. Okay, well. Oh, you do me dirty on these photographs.
You're welcome.
Like a humbling experience. Thank you. Yeah, that's the summer version.
That I have to tell you. Oh, I didn't get a picture of Carrie, but like I only got to see pictures of Carrie, and the fact that you just had like smoky eyes the whole time as like Elizabethan gentleman, I was like, thank you.
I wonder, one second. This is an old advertisement from last year. That's right here. It's not going to be the greatest because it was like early on, but they let me keep the makeup, and like that's.
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah.
It's very much so like magician, very like, oh, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, I've just been very much pushing the
Pass the
envelope.
spell on me, Daddy.
Well, and you even got the chance to do drag at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair.
Well, I do a show there. I got a chance to introduce it during the summer, and I won't give away anything. I hopefully will in the next coming summer actually be in drag for the full season.
Nice.
But I introduced a
girl.
drag show during the festival day. It was called Taming of the Shrews, or Shakespeare's Drag Race, and it was about trying to find Shakespeare's next drag superstar. So it's like this 45-minute tongue-in-cheek, like if World of Wonder RuPaul saw it, like, you know, stop the fracking, they'd find me and they'd end the show. But it was a lot of fun. Like we had like a reading challenge. They had like a found like drag challenge where they got dressed up really aggressively and came out there, and they all had Elizabethan like drag names. So it was a lot of fun.
That sounds amazing.
I was received very, very well. So I was very, very blessed. I'm very thankful with the opportunity that I've had and just be able to like introduce. I find like the fair community is so wonderful because it accepts so many different other communities and walks of life, but like it can still be exposed to more stuff. And so having the opportunity to integrate the LGBT plus culture and drag culture and just present it in a way that is welcoming and invites them in, doesn't make anyone feel ostracized. And that way they're more receptive to hearing everything and learning.
I think that's something we lose a lot of. Like we lose that I want to be receptive to learning. And that's where edutainment becomes so important.
So,
like I'm laughing. I think this is funny. Oh, I just learned a lesson. There was another question here. From Vicky Marie Thompson. Elizabeth, what song not performed would be on the top of your list to add to your repertoire?
Ooh. I haven't lip synced to it yet because I don't do live singing. I lose the edge in that. But I love The Lady Is Improving from The Prom. I love Beth Level. And I find that song just to have delightful, like, comedic bits and moments. So I would really love to integrate that. And I haven't decided if I wanted to splice and make it a comedy mix or just to leave the song alone. So that'd be something I'd love to do. But
cute. How about you, Anastasia?
Yeah. What about you, baby?
Something you haven't performed that you want to.
You know, there's been a lot of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion released recently. If you get what I'm saying. So I'm just waiting to come out dripping wet in some WAP wear. I can't wait to do WAP. Like I'm like,
oh, I couldn't get my WAP to the floor. That's good. I can't wait to see that.
All of the WAP remixes are killing me. Like the All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yes.
Just like kills me.
Excuse me, I'm looking that up right now.
Good. You have
to. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, also, it's not a full song, but I wanted to record it. I want to do Wendy Williams doing No One Opens the Door, Native New Yorker. Have you heard it from The Voice?
Yeah.
Oh, not The Voice, The Masked Singer, where she's just a big set of lips and she just doesn't fully understand what's happening. So you can't see her, but you know it's her.
That sounds amazing.
God.
I have so much stuff to Google now.
Oh.
How about you, Claire? Something you haven't performed you want to perform?
Musically, I do I don't do a lot of musicals or anything. I don't sing. So but I don't know. I feel like on my getting ready playlist, it's like constantly like a Lady Gaga switching to Hamilton back and forth. Like that's my makeup getting ready playlist. So
Oh my God, the new Lady Gaga album was
I'm
so good.
Which one?
I watched the video for 911 and I was like, okay, this is fun. It's artistic. I like it. And then you get to the end and you're like, what just happened? I rewatched it and cried because I'm an adult.
Yes.
It so good. It was just so good.
So good. So good.
But we were talking about something earlier, and I'm curious because we do have a lot of performers on the panel this evening. What is your dream role? Whoever wants to start.
Ooh.
Everyone's so perplexed.
Well, I was gonna say I'll break the ice.
Go for it.
My like ultimate like drag role, like if I could just like have at it, I would love to be Madame Morrible in Wicked.
Yeah.
A lot of that is costume envy, I'm not gonna lie, but it just seems like a delightful track, and just to be there in the background for all of that, and just to have some of that like really spiteful dialogue, and just to go through that like whole thing. Because I do love a villain. I do love a bad guy. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's my answer for right now. I'll throw that one out there.
I like that. Anyone else?
I wish that I could do an Audrey 2 drag thing.
Yes.
I love Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
you'd be so wonderful.
Wait a minute. Let me take the ring off. Oh, it's been a minute since I got her out.
Oh no.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long. You can do it. Feed me Seymour. Yes.
I would love that.
Right now you're giving me like Audrey and Audrey 2.
What an intriguing like double casting
that would be a
be.
really cool production concept.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
$1 million ideas. $1 million ideas.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's just so much to play with that. Like having the plant look like her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you just created a job. Look at you.
Everybody's wheels are spinning now. Like,
right?
I love it. Thank y'all. I'll make sure to put y'all in the comment section at the bottom. You won't get any money for it, but you will be listed as a contributor.
Thank you. How about you, Claire? Any dream roles?
Well, I got to play one already. I was able to play Queen Elizabeth II in Peter Morgan's The Audience, which, if you've ever seen it, it's basically The Crown, but it's the stage play version. And that was really cool because I got to play Elizabeth at 25 and then Elizabeth in her 80s, and like a lot of like on stage costume changes where I'm like sitting there with a wig like change in like 30 seconds. So that was like cool.
Oh my God.
So that was a bucket list role, but my big one right now is Bernhardt Hamlet. Sarah Bernhardt in that is really a cool role, just because it's neat to play somebody so groundbreaking and fearless. Like, this woman feared nothing. She's I'm gonna do this, and she did it. Like,
I love that.
Well, now, Claire, I'm curious. Did you get any backlash from playing the Queen Elizabeth? Because I don't know if you all have seen the new show that's come out, but there's this new girl who played a part as Princess Di.
yeah.
And the royal family is pissed, as well as Parliament.
Yeah, it's a touchy topic. It's the play version like never got there.
Did you get any backlash?
No. It's funny. The play
Oh.
The play version of it primarily centers just on her audience that she has every week with the prime ministers.
Mhm.
So there is a great big section where she's meeting with her prime minister during the Diana situation, but we never had Diana as a character. So I think that was kind of like Peter Morgan's graceful way of working through it. You don't have that luxury when you're doing the full out like Crown situation.
That's awkward.
I'll be interested to see how they finish the series off.
Wow.
Because
they have Imelda Staunton coming up as the next version of the Queen.
They do. And
yeah,
it's gonna be 2 seasons now with her. It was originally just gonna be 5, but now it's gonna be 6. And they've been running that show. Usually does like 10 years, but he said that he wasn't gonna get to like Henry and Meghan, so this is gonna have to teeter out like right after the accident.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm anxious to see how they're gonna do it.
That's gonna be tricky.
I'm here for it though. I love it. I like when the monarchs get their feathers ruffled.
Yes.
Like I think it's great.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic.
We got some fun comments from my husband. Anastasia with that beautiful blonde hair and her singing voice. I would love to see you as Motormouth Maybelle in Hairspray.
Oh, is it because of how big my mouth is?
Well,
No, me.
and he's got one. Elizabeth, have you ever considered Hedwig from Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
Oh,
If I was vocally talented, yes, I would consider it. But I could do the hair.
Beast.
It is. It really is.
so good.
Yeah.
I guess like maybe like drag aunt if I'm trying to really follow the family lineage. But Sutton Lee Seymour, who I know from New York, did like a couple weeks ago, did like a Saturday night show where she just did the songs of Hedwig. So she can do the whole thing, but avoid, paying a royalty. You talk about the show when you're not singing the song, and did phenomenally. And I was sitting there going, I could wear the wig and be fine. That'd be it. Those eyebrows are cute, but I don't think I could do it vocally.
Oh no! Oh no!
That whole show is a 2.5-hour monologue.
It really is. It really is.
Like Yitzhak chats at one tiny little point, and that's it. The rest of it is all Hedwig.
Yep.
Great movie too. If you haven't seen the film version, it's fabulous.
Yeah. Everybody should see Hedwig. It's very trippy. It takes you down some dark paths, but it is worth the journey. And another one. Claire should be Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
I love that.
I would love to.
That would be
I'll be
so
the
cute.
teapot.
Kind of, we could all be the drag version of the furniture around her.
I love it. I call the clock.
Yeah, I feel, the outfit, I'm Babette the Feather Duster. Just,
Ooh.
the French hoe in the background. That's fine.
Feather Duster is an amazing role, though.
It's better to be typecast than not at all. So does anybody else out there have any questions for us? We actually, one of the things that recently inspired me and, as a performer, this has become a dream role. I got to see 12th Night performed at the Globe, not in person. I watched the video of it, but they did the full production and Mark Rylance played Olivia.
Wow.
I want that to be my drag. Like this right here.
That entire cast was brilliant in that production.
Completely. And so clever. Everybody had perfect timing in that show.
Mark Rylance was just so good.
I didn't realize the Viola and Sebastian switched. because Sebastian originally learned viola.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no.
What?
Like, so good.
No.
So amazing. Actually, one of the last theatrical endeavors I did was in August of this past year. Claire and I were in The Importance of Being Earnest.
That's how I know you.
Yep.
Yep.
She was my beautiful daughter.
Yes.
Yes, that show
Bracknell
was
and
so
Gwendolyn.
good.
God bless Oscar Wilde.
It was so much fun. I was just watching and I'm like, okay, what inflection on which line am I going to totally steal from Lady Bracknell tonight?
We had so much fun.
Yes.
I think it was the night before the show, and we were all like, we got to put a promo together. So the promo was literally us reading Mean Girls quotes as the characters from Ernest.
It's perfect though.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think
We were having-
you the life ruiner? You ruin people's lives.
Yep. We were cracking up the whole time, and like, there were so many good ones in there too. I think my favorite one was, "My breasts know when it's going to rain."
Yes.
It was just,
Yeah.
it was so dumb. Just beautifully
So funny.
stupid. Why isn't anybody sending any questions?
They're just
Claire,
commenting
yeah,
on how much they love your work. I mean, it's just turned into a little bit of a review over there. They're just like, y'all are wonderful. That you distracted them with your talent.
I know, it's craziness. Did you see me do the theater thing? Yay! Everybody clapped for a while.
Yes.
So Claire, what is another thing you've
Well-
always wanted to ask a drag queen?
This one's a quick one.
Ooh.
Is there a go-to eyeshadow palette?
Ooh, oh, she's not with me.
Damn it.
It's in the bathroom.
know.
I haven't. I could run, but I don't run.
My
I got.
For me, yes. For me, it's Juvia's Place. Oh,
Nice.
Juvia's Place.
Yep.
I love anything Juvia's Place, anything colorful, Juvia's Place.
I've been running through. I love Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is currently the Alyssa Edwards palette. I have a lot of Anastasia. I also really love, like, ColourPop works really well for me. And I've got the James Charles, like, I have iffy feelings about him, but the colors were cute. It's in the bathroom.
Yep.
There's a lot to
Word.
unpack with him,
Word.
though. I have a lot of.
I think that's the problem with all of these makeup moguls right now. Like, you're like, oh, your makeup's great, but
Well,
Yeah.
so funny story. So I don't know. I bought this. It was on the sale at Ulta. This was hidden up at the front. It was ridiculously cheap because they were giving it away because Morphe had just severed their attachment with this individual. So I bought it. But I love this palette, though this person is extremely problematic. But the colors are super, super cute. So I look great while they're full of hate, and that's fine.
Yep.
Wait.
I still haven't figured out this palette. Like,
Yep.
Okay, good. So there we are.
I've used the pinks and the purples.
I was just like, I remember when I bought this and everything got really, like, dicey again. It was like $8, and I looked at the lady at the front. And I said, "Is it bad as a gay man and a drag queen? Is this bad?" And she went, "He doesn't get paid for it anymore anyway." And I went, "Fine, put it in the bag." That's all I wanted to know.
If you like pinks and purples, like,
Ooh.
Oh.
it's so good.
Oh.
This one, it was a birthday gift, but it was the Pat McGrath, and I was like, I will
I'll have
yes,
to
give
look.
Pat McGrath money. I was like, that's
All right,
fine.
done.
Yeah.
Like,
Done.
Pat McGrath is so, oh my God, it's so great, but so expensive.
And that's why I was like, okay, it's a birthday gift. Like, it's okay. But yeah, and then like half the time I just sit here and I'll like swatch on my arm and I'll like have like, you know, the stripes of eyeshadow down my arm. But yeah.
Who doesn't? Usually when I'm done with like doing my makeup, I have to run downstairs and wash my hands because it's just a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my hands are fully.
Yep.
Oh, yep. I mean, that's gloves. Just cover them up. Done.
That's why Mitch McConnell had nope, not gonna do that.
Now she's clearly someone who thought stage makeup could cover it up and is just a big Ben Nye tub of warm sand. Doesn't know that she should have a Krylon TV stick to even it out and a little powder because it's getting chunky. You see that? She's just coming out there with a spatula and like just basting it on.
You're not wrong.
She learned her tips from the number one.
Was anyone else's first makeup like experience like stage makeup for school and it was a big tub of Ben Nye that you would like?
Listen,
oh, no.
I only make fun of people because I can make fun of myself. Like
yeah.
I never had the Ben Nye experience. I had the Maybelline.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna cover this up. And we're going to use black eyeshadow to make I have very thin eyebrows, so I would always fill in my eyebrows, and I looked angry.
Well.
Oh.
I remember when I first started the Ben Nye and Krylon base, like that I had pretty figured out. Like I was like, that can cover up boy. But I like somehow managed to think that like you could like, you know, CVS eyeshadow your way to victory. And so you can't, you just can't, there's too much glue. There's too much hope. It's just, you can't do any color up there if that's the route you're going. So when I started realizing I had to invest a little, it got a lot better. But those early Instagram photos, that's like 5 and dime, you know, the just drugstore.
Did anyone else tell y'all? I don't know for you, Elizabeth, or you, Jade, or even you, Claire, but anyone tell y'all that you could use lipstick for contour when you were starting out?
No.
Fucking liars. Oh my God. I look so bad. I look so bad.
I
People
did the
lie to
lipstick
me.
for blush thing for a while.
For blush?
I really thought you were going to be like, and it worked beautifully. And I've been using it ever since. That's where I thought the story was going. So I'm getting ready to be like super supportive and being like, are you telling me I can save money? No. No, you're talking about like people not telling you though. I think that like sometimes what happens is the community becomes so uplifting and so supportive that like they want you to feel so good that like, you know, they're like, yes, Miss Sting, you look wonderful. And then years later when you learn, you're like, why didn't you tell me? And they're like, we didn't want to crush your spirit, but we talked about it when you weren't in the room. And you're like,
I was raised right. I talk behind someone's back.
I mean, and like when I first started doing drag, not only was it the gig and like, you know, anyone looks good under low club lighting with a fog machine going, but it's the 6 o'clock train ride from the Upper West Side all the way to Queens for an hour when people are having to look at me and I'm already getting attention. I at least want to be pretty, not just tragic.
Exactly.
We got a good makeup question here from Dolores Ulrich. Miss you and love you. Best eyelash glue.
E6000.
Listen, you dumbass.
I love a glue gun in about 30 seconds. That's
this one.
Did you use Did you really?
On her eyebrows.
Well, okay. So I'll take pressure off of you. Talking about like weird choices for glue. I once did use a hot glue to stick a nail back on.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
You do see stars. You go, oh Jesus. But So I can't fault you. I can't fault you for weird choices in adhesive.
You do what you got to do. It burnt for a little bit, but we made it through.
Yep.
Yeah.
I use weave glue for my lashes.
Oh,
I have a nervous
okay.
condition that makes my hands shake. That's fun. Yay, it's an
I don't know. I don't have it. There was I found this is I don't know, like shopping at like a Kmart or something. I'll be out of it soon. But it was the glue is actually it's black. It looks like eyeliner when you put it on, so it just like hides in. Is that what and I've loved that.
Yeah,
because then if I mess up, the eyeliner just gets bigger, which is fine.
How about you, Claire?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm still on the Ardell. I can buy this at Marshall's.
Well, that's
I have used
TJ Maxx.
Liquid latex in an emergency to get my eyelash on.
Same.
I've done liquid latex. I don't do it. I've walked the path so you don't have to. I did use spirit gum once.
Yep.
And it's not terrible, but you're not going to be happy about it.
No.
You're not going to be happy when you take it off. I learned that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
We do have
get to that point because it's like it's so sticky. It feels like it never hardens. Spirit gum.
And it's just like the fume thing, because it's not probably supposed to be around the eyes.
Technically.
Yeah.
But
we did get another.
It's the same thing with like it's the same thing with like baby powder. Baby powder for your highlight.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to, but
in a pinch.
It'll do.
Yep. So we got a fun question. I'm going to reword it a little bit, but what animal do you relate to?
Oh.
We'll start with Claire this time.
I currently am going to say a tortoise. And it's because when you see them, they're kind of like doing their own thing, but they're like steadily progressing toward their own thing. It might not be fast. It might not be beautiful while they're doing it, but they'll get there.
I like that.
Beautiful.
Elizabeth, how about you?
I have always had like an attachment to and it's stupid because it's not like the attractive of the two, but to crows, because they are also like an intelligent, like sleek bird, and they are like really pretty until they open their mouth. And so I just I resonate a lot with that, and I feel that on a very deep level. Very intelligent. You're like, oh, that looks helpful, and then it speaks, and you go, no.
I need to change my answer. Anastasia, how about you?
Well, if y'all have been on my Instagram for a little bit, you would have seen me in my brown cap.
Nope.
What? Girl.
Wait.
Oh,
there she is.
Oh,
that was
girl.
you.
I think it was you, because I really was fine on my end.
Girl.
Finish it up. Cow. Moo bitch.
Which one of us was that too? Was that an insult or was that the end of the animal?
It was a bit of both.
I understand.
So
how about you, Miss Jade?
Everybody who has watched my YouTube series knows I love pandas, but I do relate a little bit more to squirrels because I am very easily distracted.
By nuts. Finish the sentence.
Alrighty. So the fabulous Jamie Angel, they are a wonderful up-and-coming non-binary drag performer. What is the oddest reaction you have gotten to your bearded drag?
I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't gotten an adverse reaction yet. Which I'm like, I'm like, and maybe, and like when I was performing and like actually like in a show, like absolutely not. But like, I think maybe like when I would go out and like just be supportive of another girl and I would be in drag if I was like going somewhere else. I'm sure there was a couple, because I, certain clubs I don't think I would have landed as well as I did at others. So, when I was at those, I'm sure some of the clientele were looking at me and a little like skeptical about it, but that's how I look at them when I'm not in drag, so it's fine. But no, it was very well received. Like I never had an issue, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun to be like the bearded housewife.
I love it. I love your aesthetic. It
Thank
makes
you.
me happy.
True. Thank you. You're all very, very
sweet.
sweet.
Drag, but I can't grow enough facial hair to do it.
Well, and I'll be honest, as Elizabeth, I have a much better beard than I ever will out of drag, because like I shaded in to make it just as harsh to meet everything. So like I like my beard, but it's still like 12-year-old boy patchy, but not as Elizabeth. Elizabeth's got it going on, and I was like, because I have everything's darkened in to match and look good.
Yes.
I love that. We got a fabulous comment here from Megan Hain. I need makeup tutorials from all of you. I'm terrible at using palettes and what goes best together. I think that's more trial and error.
Do you all? Question and Claire, and I want to hear what you have to say too. Does anyone just like nothing going on that day, free time? We're just gonna sit down and experiment.
Just play.
Yeah.
No.
The more you just play with colors and everything, like it all comes together and blend.
I don't.
Yeah, for me, whatever happens, happen.
I'm envious.
I used to play a lot.
I'm
like if I'm going super colorful, I'll toy around. But tonight I was like, I honestly didn't know what I was going to wear. So I'm like, I'm going to paint something that'll match a couple different outfits.
Also, like I can't remember who it was, but some girl made a TikTok and she's like, the best thing for like pulling off bold colors is you're wearing it. You're doing it. Just own, like you're pulling it off.
Mm-hmm.
If you just have confidence with the look you create, you're doing it. Like it's good. You'll be fine. Like
exactly.
So that's what helped me and got me to wear dark purple lipstick. So
oh,
I love that.
That's fabulous. I love purple lipstick.
Occasionally, I can do it. Other times, well, nobody knows what I'm wearing under my mask when I go out anyway. So,
I did a vampire show last month, and I had to wear a face mask for it. I was like, this is great. This is awesome. First night of the show, I did a full face. I was like, okay, I look spooky. I put my mask on, did the show. Several hours later, hanging out with a good friend of mine after the show, got a soda. I took my mask off, and he went, red.
Yikes. Girl. Yep. Oh, but you know what? Let's talk about it though, because it's still such a danger. Whether you're wearing like a face mask or whether you're wearing one of the face shields. Yvonne, what's her name? Yvonne Dior, from Baltimore. She just tested positive for COVID-19. So like, even for the queens who are taking, all the precautions in the world, you just have to be careful. Like, be careful and make sure that if you're going out and performing, all of your audience members are wearing a mask. Like, the reason why we can go out and perform is because the audience members should be wearing a mask.
It is absolutely incredible the hoops that people will jump through to just not be a good person. And I don't want to I apologize. You invite me on your show and I have I may alienate a couple people, but whatever. It's it's like you're going so far out of your way to be a terrible human being, and like,
Yes.
just put it on. Put it on. Half of you will look a lot better, and you'll thank me for it later.
Come on now.
I'm constantly frustrated by people that are constantly saying, I can't wear a mask. I have a breathing problem. This is the time to put on the damn mask. Like, it's a respiratory thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think you have a breathing problem now?
Yep.
You're going to have a harder time with that ventilator in.
Well, and you don't have a breathing problem. You just get winded walking from the car to the Walmart entrance. That's not a breathing problem.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And it's just so disrespectful to performers. I mean, everybody here is going out of their way to adapt as our industry, kind of crumbles around us. We're doing, a beautiful online theater that's creating all of this. Jade, you are doing this to give people art, to help them cope with this. If we're there kind of as your emotional support performer, the least you can do if you got us back into a venue is show just like a tiny bit of common courtesy to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I just ordered a whole bunch of clear masks because I have shows coming up next month. And, I was like, okay, granted, they didn't look the way I thought they did. I'm not super keen on them, but I'm going to test it out and see how it goes.
Good.
They also said they didn't fog up, and that was a load of shit. But
you know what? I say you make those. I'm ready for a queen to really make that plexiglass face shield work and just go to their gig as a salad bar. Like, let's see the look.
Yes.
Yeah. Talking about a mixed salad. Ooh.
Yeah, I was going to say, welcome to the stage, Miss Bacon Bits. And she's just there, and it's just all the fixins under this.
Yes.
I love that so
Tasha
much.
Salad.
It's Tasha Salad.
Well, since you asked nicely, I will.
Alrighty, we've got one more fantastic question. I love this question.
I'm on my
If
way.
you could go back in time and change one aspect of your drag persona that has stuck with you from the beginning, maybe something that became an accidental trademark or boxed you into a certain direction, what would it be? That was my husband, and god damn it.
I love it.
I do too.
I guess I wouldn't be black. No, just like
Girl.
You buy the wrong shade of foundation one time and suddenly you're the black queen. Take the note, McConnell. Take the note. It could be you. Take the note.
God damn it.
I didn't say that.
I hate you.
Woo, girl.
No, but serious.
On a serious note, I feel like I should like the one thing that I get in my head is that I really want to be glamour all the time. And I wish I could do like ooky spooky, like gross. Like I could never make it on Boulay Brothers because like everything I do is like I always try and do like something like kind of pretty. And I kind of do that because I do it for my own like self it's like self-preservation because I don't want to see myself as ugly. So I think that would be one thing that I would want to change about myself.
I like that. I want to see you do spooky.
Yeah, I just don't know how to do it. Like I need what's that guy's name? The mask or the entity? I need the entity to come paint me.
Oh yeah. From Dead City Collective.
Yes.
That would be amazing. How about you, Claire? As a performer, is there anything you wish you would have changed?
I was blonde almost like my entire professional acting career, which worked for me. I booked like quite a few gigs, but it was always the ingenue, the princess, the like that. It wasn't until rather recently that I went red. And then the quarantines happened, so I haven't really gotten to audition. So I think kind of just mixing things up to see what different kind of roles would have worked for me.
Yes.
As opposed to coming out and playing the what are we gonna do now character over and over and over again.
I want to see you get like a black straight wig and come up with like a femme fatale character.
I would love to.
Ooh.
I played kind of a villainous character when we did like we did Henry VI Part 2. So I was Margaret in that, and I had like Megan Fox hair at the time, and that worked. But then I went back to blonde because I freaked out. I panicked. I did the panic.
That happens. How about you, Elizabeth?
I think if I could change anything, it would be when I first started out to trust myself more. It's a lesson that took a long time as Alex, but I have been very successful in that vein, and I would have loved for Elizabeth. I'm on that journey right now as well. But there was just, and I think a lot of what Anastasia had to say is, when I started doing drag, I had a very preconceived notion of what I should do or needed to do to be successful. You know, I'd look at other queens and how they painted. So it took a long time to find out what my face actually needed, because I was trying to take your art or someone else's and put it on my face, and that doesn't work. You know, I tried to not paint like a Disney villain, but when I do, it doesn't look genuine. It looks tentative. It looks, apologetic. And so when I paint the way I should paint, the way I'm inclined to, and then also with my character and my aesthetic, because Elizabeth is an extension of me, and it's not so much a character anymore as it is just parts of my personality amplified. But when I started out, like I hinted at earlier, I chose the path that of this 1950s housewife, because it was a shtick. It felt comfortable, it felt safe, and it felt doable. But then trying to break out of that later, I just recently finally got to shrug off using housewife as an adjective to describe me when I did drag. And so I think just trusting and knowing that you're enough, and whatever you're going to bring to the table is great, because no one else has brought it yet. And why would you bring someone else has brought? We don't need two of the same side dish. So
I love that. Yeah. I've been thinking about the answer to this question, and I wish I would have accepted earlier that I can be pretty. I always thought I had to paint funny because of what I have been raised to believe that this is, and what people have told me this is. And all I've heard is acne scars, big nose, weird. And so my drag was very weird and very quirky. And then all of a sudden I was like, I'm going to run for a pageant. Fuck you. And I won. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish I would have gotten to that point earlier.
Yeah.
We do have two more comments I wanted to point out from Jamie Angel, who is amazing. Clear masks will be great for those of us who are deaf and will at least be able to lip read.
Yes.
Very true. I really want to see. I love the face shields. I want to see if there's a better one that's ventilated, that is the cover ones that have the clear vinyl. But I know that those slowly start to turn into the car windows from the Titanic after a little bit. It's just condensation and a hand just down the middle.
Yep.
I got a whole bunch of those clear ones if you want to try one out. I ordered 8 of them. So if you want one.
Appreciate
next time I'm down in your area. And Derek had a wonderful comment here. OMG, I need to see Claire cosplay as Daphne Blake.
Yes.
I might have to.
Yes.
I might have to.
Listen, I have Velma.
Yes.
He does.
Wait a minute.
Elizabeth could be a drag version of Shaggy.
Okay, there it goes. I was gonna say Scooby because I look like a dog, but that's great too. I'll do the.
Girl, you can't be Shaggy because I'm not into bestiality, girl.
Oh, okay. Well then, switch it up. I'll be just, an old white man, so I'll be the villain of this story.
Oh.
That and capitalism.
Girl.
Amazing.
There we are, circling back around to McConnell again. That man's appeared 3 times in one show.
Oh, true.
He's gonna pop up. He said it 3 times. He's gonna pop up.
Oh, God. Not again, you sad turtle.
Me shouting at my erection. Not again, you sad turtle.
Oh, no. Been over here like, I would like to see it.
Well, thank you all for tuning into the Love Connection. So we have reached the end of our show. Anastasia, do you have any last words of wisdom for the kids out there?
Make sure that you have good internet connection.
God damn it. Is that it? Is that really what you're leaving on?
Be safe this holiday season, y'all. I know I'll see you guys again before the holiday season, but be safe, wear your mask, wash your hands. This is not over. It's not a hoax. People are dying at even more alarming rates. People are contracting COVID-19 at even higher rates. This is worse than it was back in April of 2020. So come on now. We have to do this to get through this. And beyond that, make sure that you take some time on the 20th for Trans Day of Remembrance to honor those who have been taken from this earth far, far too soon. Thank you. I love y'all.
Thank you, Grr. Claire, any last words for everyone?
No. It's a tough time for everybody, but as you all have created just a beautiful, entertaining, lighthearted space, and it's just a wonderful thing. So thank you for having me on here tonight to celebrate this with you and experience this, and just to bring some positivity to the world. That's what it's all about right now. And yeah, there's so much anger out there. There's so much frustration and fear, that to be in a place that just celebrates things that are fun and funny and beautiful is just something special. So thank you.
You bet. Thanks for joining us.
Wait, just a moment, Jade. So is it fun, funny, and beautiful?
I'll take it.
I agree.
Just kidding.
You're a mess. Elizabeth, any last words for everyone?
I just want to thank you, Jade, and Anastasia and Claire for inviting me and allowing me to be part of such a wonderful experience and a wonderful panel. It has been an absolute treat to be here and just be surrounded by such just warm and lovely positive energy, and to find new friends to create a bigger family with. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And then just everyone watching, keep being strong, keep being positive, kids. I have a strong feeling with everyone assembled here. This is a wonderful, strong community that's present, and they're doing what they need to do, and just keep putting that message out there to everyone else, and help educate them to follow suit and get them on our side and get them with us. And then I listen to a podcast that ends each one of the episodes with take care of yourself, take care of each other, take care of your mental health, and take care of the planet. There's your checklist.
Yeah.
So all my love, kids.
I love that. Amazing. I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. I have lost the corners of my eye makeup because I have tears in my eyes from laughing so hard. You are all so amazing. This has been such a warm, fun hilarious evening, and I couldn't have done it without all of you. To everyone at home, thank you all for tuning in here to Inside the Drag Closet on WLFE-DB Radio. Next week, we will have me and my co-hosts, and we are going to be doing our makeup live. So you get to see behind the veil a little bit.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be a treat. We'll see who gets done in an hour and a half.
I was gonna say, who is we?
Girl.
Is Elizabeth coming back?
I mean, I'll give it a go, but we're gonna make the show a little longer. I'm a wide painter. I go from room to room.
Really?
Oh no.
Yeah, like if you did that, I'd like start here and we'd get like halfway done, be like, all right, now I need the bathroom, and I'd just leave, and then I'd come back. And like I'm like bald in my gym shorts, just haggard running around the apartment. It's not cute, but I'll be here.
Yeah. Yes.
I love it. I'm definitely having both of you back again because you kids have been amazing.
Yes.
Oh, this has been so much fun. It is time for us to say goodnight. Thank you all again for tuning in. We do have one last thing to say, and that's good night, kids.